Mississippi. The Egg Bowl, a game that has a tendency to rip families apart during a time of year when most families come together to express Thanksgiving. But some are thankful for the sound of cowbells or screams of hotty toddy, which will make their presence known in this one. Welcome to Starkville, Mississippi, home of the Mississippi State Bulldogs. As we'll see, the defending national champions, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the Mississippi State Bulldogs. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Kick it away to start us off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Mississippi State's offense takes the field. Hotty toddy, gosh almighty, who the heck are they? Well, everybody knew an Ole Miss blew out State last time.
And they put a number up on them. Everything was clicking, yes, and the Egg Bowl is always close. It seems like those games come down to something crazy. But last year, Hotty Toddy put the smack down.
Yeah, it was Hotty Toddy that was able to just handle the emotion in that game right from jump. I mean, offensively, they jumped all over the Bulldogs early. And that's going to be a big key for them again, I think, this time around.
Snags it quickly on the left. That's some old school, hard-nosed, tough running as he powers his way to the 30. Mississippi State going up-tempo. Off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Connection to the right. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered. An explosive play to the 40. One big play and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. Got his man quickly. The Bulldogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll give it to the back. Makes the tackle right at the 28-yard line. Pick up a 5, and they'll move the sticks. And the Bulldogs are flying down the field. They're going to ride this running back. They pull him down after a 4-yard gain down to the 24. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Let's take just a minute and talk about Mississippi State. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise continuing to get louder and louder. Haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable here.
Taylor wants to throw it. He's got it. Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
So nice when you're an offense and you get in these 3rd and shorts and you know the defense has to be aggressive, has to commit guys up front, especially in the red zone area. Nice job by this offense, slipping the pass, getting rid of the football, setting up the 1st and goal.
The best red zone offenses are the ones who can run the ball in this area, but that's a tough ask today, especially against this unit. One of the best 5 defenses in the nation stopping the run. This is a really big moment in this game.
They go right back to this guy on 2nd and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. Absolutely center cut. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. Let's see what he can do with the return. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. So Ole Miss offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And are we ever lucky to see these 2 great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sunday.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these 2 quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are 2 huge names, brand versus brand, big-time baller versus big-time baller, trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
From the gun, running back gets to give. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
And, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
If you didn't have a headache before, you've got one on the way. The cowbell's ringing on this 3rd down in Starkville. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Wide open, he makes the catch. Right down the gut of the field. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
Number 3.
How about that quarterback taking the shot downfield and delivering to the wide-open receiver?
I love this quarterback, Reese, because he's aggressive. He wants to take shots. He's looking for every opportunity to show off that cannon and that arm talent. He showed it to all of us right there.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point makes it 7-3. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish with a huge play in the passing game, covering 75 yards to house it. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Following Ole Miss' 1926 victory in Starkville, a melee between the fans ensued. Imagine that in this rivalry. So the two sides got together and said, what we need is a trophy to calm the passions of each side, and they settled on the Golden Egg. Thus, the Egg Bowl was born.
Yeah, what calms everybody down more than a golden egg? I mean, just the perfect recipe. We have all been in the booth calling these games. Jesse, we know the adrenaline, the emotion that goes in this football game.
Yeah, they do not like each other. There's no question. And the funny thing is, that's actually a golden.
All by himself down the middle. The 30. Running inside the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And QBs love their big tight ends, especially guys that can do such great things after the catch. He catches it. Dang, Palmer, he looks like a daggone receiver after he catches the football.
What a matchup nightmare, too, man. I mean, he's just too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. If I miss QB, I'm looking that guy's way a lot more often in this one.
And they tacked on the extra point. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll try the right side. Slithers into space. Breaks into the open. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Here's a quick throw out to the left.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Trying play action. Going for it all. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone. The Rebels come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on 4th. They'll run for it. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. They've switched ends of the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. After the break, they'll go back to work. To the ground with the back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking for a crease to the left. Got enough for the first down and wants more. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. And the Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll try the run. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
Well, it's a really nice job of the offense mixing it up on this drive. We've seen some nice plays throwing it, and how about that one running it too? Great push up front.
It'll be a draw. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line.
And oftentimes running backs love drop plays because there's less traffic in front of them. The offensive line is selling pass, the quarterback's selling pass. They don't get the handoff until the very last possible second, so the D-line's rushed away upfield, and now it's so much easier for these backs to find their holes and pick their lanes.
The Rebels have it with a 1st and goal. On the ground. Score. Touchdown, Rebels. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. See what you hit what you see, bring your feet. Yeah, none of that happened.
Yeah, those are all great things to keep in mind, but you're also trying to tackle another grown man against his will and get him on the ground. And by the way, he wasn't having it.
And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Taylor wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Bulldogs will hustle to the line.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. Off play action. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think yet.
There he goes. Made a defender miss. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
And the Rebels just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Quick completion to the right. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. They'll run this play from the pistol.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Not much there on the run. He gets one to the 31. So many rich layers in this one. Dak coming off the bench, fumbles in the end zone to lose it, legs being hiked, coaches being fired. This has it all, guys.
And such proud people in the state of Mississippi that love their football. And it feels like, Palmer, these games always come down to something at the end of the game that's so fun and controversial.
What I love about this rivalry, too, is that historically there hasn't been a lot of conference championship implications.
It's picked off, and that's number 10. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. On target. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Taylor wants to throw it. Good timing on the quick out. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Makes the grab. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. They'll try to get it through the air. Fires deep on the run. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
That one's going to go out of bounds, and it'll be dead at the 35-yard line. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. Finds a little bit of room and finally wrestled out of bounds at the 43.
Hey, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
Back to pass. He's got his man, makes the grab. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Back open in the middle.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Rebels in a good spot here with second and short. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Touchdown, Ole Miss! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quick that you can go to.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Taylor wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Man, so much to break down from a spirited start to this Egg Bowl between Ole Miss and Mississippi State. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Mississippi State and Ole Miss plays out.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. It's on target and complete. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
You know what they need, you know what they want, and you know what they deliver on third down. More cowbell. From the gun, wants to pass. Zings it complete to the right. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too. Understanding the situation. It's third down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up fourth down.
Yeah, in 4th and inches, you know what's coming. You know they're going to run the quarterback sneak, but it's one of the hardest plays in football to stop. You got to find a way to dive from the defensive line spot and stop the feet of the quarterback, and they couldn't do it. And listen, they only needed inches. That's what makes it so difficult to stop.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wants to go up top. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
I know that was third down, and I know the quarterback's trying to be careful. You don't want to be too greedy, but he had guys open downfield. I think if he had been a little bit more patient and been a little bit more willing to let the play develop, I think he could have...
Makes the grab past the marker. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on fourth down. You're in the third quarter, second half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. And you just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the second half. Someone had to step up and make a play, and they just couldn't get it done.
When a running back has had as much success as this guy's had so far, listen, defense has got to cue in. They got to cue into him. He's priority number 1, number 2, and number 3. That's a good start to maybe turning this defensive effort around.
Going to swing it on second down. Using his legs to buy some time. Got his man. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw.
Turning it on. Hard running there. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal. And the Rebels started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. They'll use the running game on first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Rebels! The Hottie-Toddies are full-throated right now as Ole Miss builds the lead.
They got the momentum going. The offense is clicking. You see that a lot of times with Ole Miss. Big rivalry game against Mississippi State. Can they respond, Paul?
And Ole Miss, you know, is one of those teams you just blink and all of a sudden they're blowing you out. That's been the case here today. The Bulldogs got to find a way to slow them down.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say their chance of winning this football game probably rides on this drive. From the gun, running back on the move. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
And the Bulldogs in the hurry up. Taylor wants to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete here on third down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out.
Hold it. Defense.
Just a little too much there, a little too handsy, and they nabbed them for the defensive holding penalty. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Looking to throw on first down. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And this defense is just simply not playing around. They've got a big lead, and they're not playing big prevent coverages, bend, don't break. They're just going to let this offense dink and dunk the ball down the field and waste time. Third play of the drive, they get a sack. They're staying aggressive, and they're getting after this quarterback.
Second down, he'll throw it. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Several defenders there to get him on the ground. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. He's got his man. Gets enough for the first down, but not sure they'll get another playoff here in the third quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. Mississippi State has this drive hitting on all cylinders.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's the big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
Makes the grab on the left. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. He'll do it himself. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. First and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. They send the tight end in motion. They'll try to get it in with the run. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
And this offense knew coming into the game, when they get to the red zone, it's going to be tough sledding because it's hard to run, especially against this physical defense. They're one of the top 5 defenses stopping the run. And you know at this area of the field, it's really tough to throw it. Let's see who the...
He's trying to get it in. Touchdown, Mississippi State. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And I love the decision by the quarterback, finding his playmaker, getting him the football quickly so that he can make something happen after the play and get 6.
And he puts through the extra point. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. They'll leave it with him. Oh, he's got some space. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Looking for space. It's Booker. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And this one isn't over because the defense still has 3 timeouts left. But, man, that clock is ticking, and they can just run the football up multiple possessions. They're going to need something magical to happen. They're going to need to start stripping at that football, create some turnovers, and get lucky down the stretch.
They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
This is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. On the move, he fires. Caught over the middle. It's Cunningham. Touchdown, Ole Miss! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. They put up another score here in the fourth, and they are well on their way to an 11-1 regular season.
Yeah, salt into her wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish.
Breaks into the open. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. The Bulldogs come to the line in the hurry-up. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Taylor wants to throw. Fakes the grab. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. They'll move the tight end. Second down, they'll go to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And the Bulldogs come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. Wants to throw on third down. Intercepted to stop the threat. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. The give to the back. Picks up the first down, still moving. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
And he finally breaks one. They get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him, too, right? They kept giving him opportunities, and maybe that's the run that starts to open things up here later in this game for this guy.
They'll give it to him again. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And the defense was locked in. You could tell they saw it. They reacted right away. Got the running back on the ground immediately.
Gonna run it. It's Booker. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles. And those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And it is Ole Miss marking its territory in this one and taking down Mississippi State to claim the Egg Bowl. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.